What's up guys, Jeebs here, and yes, this is just a continuation of the previous video I did on the Model 3. If you're new to the channel, I currently own a 2018 BMW M2 and a 2016 Ford Focus ST, and now I'm just interested in the electric world because it's definitely the future. After you drive one, you will quickly agree with me. They actually drive very well. If you haven't seen my previous video, click the card in the top of your screen to check that out. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm currently in Hawaii. I'm renting this car for the next couple hours, and I'm gonna answer the question, is this a practical car for someone to own? I think a lot of people may feel maybe it's too small. I think I'm gonna disagree and say this is a very practical car, and here's why. First thing, the size of the car. To the people who think it's too small, I'm 6 feet tall. I have plenty of room in here. My legs are not cramped. There's plenty of room for the passengers. The back seats have plenty of room. In my previous video, I went and sat in the back seat with this seat adjusted to a comfortable level for me, and I had plenty of room even to put it back 2 or 3 more inches. The other thing is, if you live in a city, you don't want to have a big car. Even the Model S is just a little too big, I think. For me, I like compact cars, so this is right up my alley. And the Model S is just a little bit too big. So this is perfect for parking in the city, tight spots, parallel parking, all that stuff. I think you're gonna do great. The other thing is visibility. There's more glass in this car than anything I've ever seen. And so you're gonna be, look, it's a bank turn. Oh, this is so nice. We'll launch it. Oh my goodness. That's fun beyond words. But, oh, doves. You gotta save the doves. So the other thing is these vines hanging down. What a beautiful area. So as far as the size of the car goes, it's great. The interior of the car, like I said, it has plenty of room, and then you have this beautiful screen. Now the one downside I will say is this the speedometer here being kind of just out of your line of sight. Now to look at the speed anyways, you'd have to look like right here to check it. But you know what, it's not that far out of line of sight, and I think you'd get used to it. Wow, what a scene that is. That is beautiful. I think you would get used to it just glancing over here, but I think they should have an option for a heads-up display or something that just illustrates how fast you're going. I think that's a simple ask, and I don't see why you should have to jump up to the $75,000 Model S to get that feature. The interior of the car, the steering wheel is beautiful. It feels like a luxury car. The seats are comfortable. The sound system is amazing. You're just gonna have to trust me on that. There's no real way for me to get that across through the camera here. But it's great. And all of the storage you get in the center console and through here, I mean, this goes all the way down because there's no drivetrain, there's no gearbox that's blocking all that room. You also have to be very soft with how you put those back. They go back on their own. Yeah, look, it gave me a warning. I kept closing this too hard. It says, close console lid gently. So yes, close it gently. And it's just a peaceful experience being in here. You know, a car, you have to, like for my ST, the suspension's tight. Now that's a hot hatchback. Like that's totally different, and I understand that. But there's no engine. Like it's smooth. It's a peaceful place to be. The music sounds better. The only thing you have to worry about is the volume of your music, and the sound system is excellent. So it's a really calming place to be. I heard someone say the other day they feel like when they're in a normal car, they're on edge more. You know what I just realized is that is the Punchbowl right there. That's the Punchbowl Cemetery. It's the National Cemetery of the Pacific, where a lot of the victims of Pearl Harbor and any war within the Pacific is buried there. It's actually an incredible sight to see. It's really cool to see it from above. This is a very practical car to own. Like I said in my last video, if you're buying a car anytime soon, I highly recommend you check out the Model 3. It's fast, it's luxurious, it has the best technology out there. There's all kinds of features you can play with in here. Toy box. There's a deer. Santa mode. Yeah, so there's Santa mode for you. Here's to adjust the steering wheel. You click this button right here, and on the left, oops, So I click this, I have the steering wheel upside down. It telescopes, and then I roll that to move it up or down. And it works really well. It's sharp. So do I think this is a practical car to own? Absolutely. It has the space, it's extremely fast. I would say it's efficient, but it doesn't. I guess it's efficient. This is the long range version, so it's a dual motor, meaning all-wheel drive and 310-mile range. People have gotten like super range out of these by driving like 45 miles an hour, and they've gotten close to 500 miles out of these cars. You're obviously not going to do that. Plus, when you find how quick it is and how fun it is to smash the accelerator, yeah, you're probably not going to get anywhere near 310 miles, but it does have that capability. I'm very impressed. Again, someone like me who, I love performance cars. That's why I have 2 of them. It's just a lot of fun to drive, but I can see myself owning one of these in the future, and we're just at the tip of the iceberg with how good the batteries can get, how good the performance can get. I'm very excited to see what the future is, and the Porsche Taycan is also showing that as well, just with how quick it's able to charge, how fast it is around the Nürburgring. One thing about Tesla that they don't tell you is that you can't drive these cars like crazy forever and there's no effect on the batteries, because to reduce overheating, what they do is they reduce the performance of the car to make sure the batteries don't overheat, and that's not advertised anywhere. And that's why I think the one actually overheated and was towed off of the Nürburgring test track. The Porsche Taycan can be driven to the limit all the time, and that's why they advertise their time on the ring. And Tesla does not have an official time on the Nürburgring because of what happened. I think a 7:23 is what it was possibly able to do, but that wasn't confirmed by any official sources. That's just saying that's what it could have done. Great car to drive. I highly recommend you go drive one. If you're still with me, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video.